So final video review for this week is for my last over arc for November, which was Changing the Script by Lee Winter. If you want to check out my Goodreads review, I have just posted that. So if you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description below, and if you are on Facebook or on my blog, then there is a link within the post. And this is the video review. So Changing the Script by Lee Winter. Such a great story. I know, right? So I see my Ilva requests come through, I see Lee Winter, and I just think, oh my god, I'm gonna love it. Yeah, I did. I absolutely loved it. This was very different though for me from Lee. Like I'm used to a full-on Ice Queen, and I didn't get a full-on Ice Queen. Instead I got this quirky pair that were bloody brilliant. So I did miss my Ice Queen in my Lee Winter, because she is queen of the Ice Queens. She's so good at it. But in this, she's just created two perfectly unique characters that were brilliant. So Alex, who is a film director, she is off to New Zealand to make a film that she's properly skeptical about. But you know, she needs to pay bills, so she's gonna go do it. And she immediately runs into trouble. Literally, she hasn't even been there a second, and she's getting herself into bother with well, she's in a little bit of an altercation with Sam Keegan. So from there, Alex and Sam, they just keep clashing every chance they get, and fate really appears to be putting them into one another's paths, mostly because the film set is kind of in chaos, and as the local law, which the copper, Sam keeps being called in. But even though they appear to be at each other, Alex and Sam, they have an undeniable attraction, I think, and they really are in denial. But they really do seem to be attracted to one another and totally blind to the fact, which amazes me. I'm like, come on, wake up, you guys. So this really, like I say, didn't have an Ice Queen in it, but it had two very similar characters who were also very different at the same time. It was amazing, and they had a brilliant dynamic, really, really good. So, you know, I just loved the fact they were both stubborn. I think that's what it was, because you see, you usually get your Ice Queen from Lee, and then you usually get your quite cocky, stubborn, but like really positive younger one. And here you just had two very stubborn people, who were both going to clash, but both really needed to be each other's friend. So I literally loved the thrill of the chase plot that came with this, like the constant altercations and the denial and the complicated relationship and the humour that brought, and just everything just made it such a fantastic story. For me, the definite strength in the story though isn't so much the story itself, although it has a great plot and a great story, and it's focusing on Alex producing a film and Sam having her own issues that she's working through, as sort of being a bit of a homing pigeon. That's what I'm going to call Sam. She's definitely a homing pigeon, because she doesn't really want to leave New Zealand, and she's really like loyal to her homeland. But for me, like I say, the definite strength wasn't the story, it was the relationship between Alex and Sam. That was the premise of the story and the important part, and it really made it something different. Underlying, you know, there was a lot of heart and understanding to their characters, and to be found by one another, about each other, and there was a lot to be found out about themselves. And then it was really easy for both Sam and Alex to make assumptions that we're going to have them just standing in their own way the whole time. So it really made it one of those stories to get invested in, because you know these two are absolutely hopeless and they need a nice little push, or they're suddenly going to figure it out on their own. But you're spending a lot of time hoping that something good is going to come. And I never have a complaint with Lee Winter's stories, never, and this remains true with this one. I think she's done a brilliant job. Like I say, it's not so much the story, it's these two brilliant characters that make it so special, and I loved every moment of it, and found myself really quite wrapped up in Alex and Sam. I couldn't give a damn about the movie, and I couldn't give a damn about the cop stuff and the law, whatever. I was just like totally rooting for Alex and Sam, and it was great just for that. It was totally great. So I really adored Sam. I mean, seriously, she was moody, she was in denial, she's a cop, you know, she was fiercely loyal, dedicated, protective, you know, she was all these amazing things, and I loved her for all of them. She was absolutely brilliant, and although she's a woman of the law, she's a bit of a dark horse. You know, she loved a little banter, she was a little bit awkward and a little bit serious, but she was great. She really was great. I loved her. But Alex, she was great. She was more nervous and anxious, so the complete opposite of Sam, really. And they were complete opposites of each other, apart from, like I say, one thing. They were stupidly stubborn and very confident. So different abilities of confidence. But I love that about them. There was two different examples of how two different people can still both be confident, which I absolutely loved as well. And because it was the fact that confidence really added to their clash, because it gave them things to sort of clash over, if that makes sense. Like, their personalities just seemed to, they just clashed, but they clashed in a good way, and that's what I like. So it really made their dynamic, and I am completely invested in both Sam and Alex. Genuinely love both of them, therefore I can't pick a favourite, and I want to see more from them in the future. They're bloody brilliant, and I really, really hope we do. There's still so much to be explored with Sam and Alex, and I can't wait to find out what the future has in store for them. So excited. Oh my god, it was brilliant. So I'll pop a link in the description so that you can go and grab a copy of Changing the Script by Lee Winter. If you've read Changing the Script by Lee Winter, please let me know what you thought of it. How did you find it? What did you love about it? And if you haven't read it yet, or if it's on your to read list, or you're planning to read it, or now you're really intrigued and want to read it, again, get in touch, because it's always great to hear what you are planning on reading. And if you do read it, really, really, really hope you enjoy it, because it was great. Bye!